There's a place on Earth where animals don't just die. They stay. Standing. Frozen. Unmoving. Like statues. And when people first saw them, they thought something impossible had happened. Because these weren't skeletons. They weren't decaying. They looked preserved. Perfectly still. As if something had turned them into stone. And the strangest part? They were found right next to the water. As if they had gone too close. And something happened. Something final. So people started asking questions. What kind of place does this? What kind of water? Doesn't just kill, but leaves things like that? Because if you saw it for the first time, you wouldn't think science. You'd think something is wrong here. And this place is real. Hidden in East Africa. In a remote part of Lake Natron. But nothing about it feels normal. At first glance, it looks beautiful. Calm water. Strange colors. A quiet landscape. Almost peaceful. But that calm feeling doesn't last long. Because the closer you get, the more unsettling it becomes. The water itself can look red. Sometimes orange. Even pink. Colors that don't feel natural. Colors that feel like a warning. And then you notice something else. There are no animals drinking from it. No movement along the edges. Just silence. And sometimes, those figures. Still shapes. That look like animals. But don't move. And that's when it hits you. This place isn't normal. Because whatever happened to them happened fast enough that they never left. And for years, people believed this lake had a strange power. That it could turn living things into stone. Not slowly. Not over time. But almost instantly. And honestly, looking at it, you can see why they believed it. Because nothing about it looks natural. But the truth isn't magic. It's something far more real. And in a way, more disturbing. Because the danger here isn't obvious. You won't see flames. You won't hear anything. There's no warning sound. Just water. But that water is extremely alkaline. So strong that it can burn. So harsh that most life can't survive in it. And when animals come into contact with it, something unusual happens. Their bodies don't break down normally. They don't decay the way you would expect. Instead, they are preserved. The minerals in the water coat them, slowly hardening their surface, drying them out, locking them in place, until what's left looks like stone. But here's the part that makes it unsettling. Some of them are found in positions that don't look natural. Perched. Standing upright. As if they were caught mid-movement. As if something stopped them. Right there. And that's what makes people uncomfortable. Because even when you understand the science, it still doesn't feel right. It feels like you're looking at something that shouldn't exist. But the story doesn't end there. Because as dangerous as this lake is, it's also full of life. Thousands of flamingos live here, feed here, survive here, in a place that seems deadly to everything else. And that's where the mystery deepens. Because how can something so harsh also support life? The answer is adaptation. Flamingos are built for this. Their bodies can handle the conditions. Their food exists in this environment. To them, this isn't danger. It's home. And that contrast is what makes this place so strange. Because in the same water, one creature survives, while another becomes a statue. And that forces you to think. How many other places like this exist? How many things do we still not understand? Because this lake doesn't look dangerous at first. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't chase you. It just waits. And maybe that's what makes it more unsettling. Because it reminds us of something simple. Not everything dangerous looks dangerous. Some things are quiet. Still. Beautiful even. Until you get too close. So no. This lake doesn't magically turn animals into stone. But it does something that feels just as strange. It preserves them. Leaves them exactly where they fell. Like a moment that was never allowed to end. And even when you know the reason, it still feels wrong. Because somewhere in Tanzania, there is a lake where animals don't disappear. They remain still, silent, unchanged, like they were never meant to move again. Subscribe for more hidden mystery.